Good morning.
Good morning.
December 2nd. Can you believe it? 10 days away from the day we've been talking about for 30, 40 years. It almost is a little surreal. Seth, as usual, is going to start us out with some toning and some drums and some didgeridoo as I take you deep into meditation. The sound healing prepares the body for the meditation. Meditation prepares the soul for ascended and higher vibrations. So important that we practice this every day. yourself begin to breathe. Feeling yourself relax. Dropping your shoulders. Feeling your neck elongate. Take in several deep cleansing breaths. And breathe in for a count of 7. Hold it for a count of 7. Exhale for 7, and then hold the exhale for 7. We'll do this a couple of times. This is the sacred Ho'oponopono preparation for meditation. Breathing in, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7. Hold, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7. Exhaling slowly, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7. Hold the empty, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, and in. Hold. Out. Hold. And in. Hold. Exhale. Hold. And in. Hold. And out. Hold. And one last time in. Hold. And out. Hold. And resume breathing normally. And as we do, to begin our meditation, expanding our heart space energy, the center of your chest, see the light expand, knowing, remembering, being completely aware that the temple of light resides in your heart space energy. I and you and we are light. And in a third dimensional body, we gather that light and we hold it in a sacred space. The temple is a gathering place. Our heart space energy is our own personal temple of light. Recognizing this, being acutely aware of it, breathing into it. See your heart space energy expanding. As you breathe into it, the light expands. Allow the higher vibrations of the universe to be inside your heart space energy, breathing with you. Be consciously aware now of the direction of your heart space energy going down through the bottom of your feet, out of the bottom of your feet into the ground, penetrating the outer core of the earth. See your energy penetrating and entering the outer and the inner mantles of the earth's energy and physical being. See your energy going all the way to the center of the earth, the core, the heart space energy of Gaia, where she is centered. Feel your heart space energy connecting with hers. Recognize, be aware of the beauty and the reciprocity of the relationship that we have with Gaia. As we bless the place where we reside, so she blesses us. Being aware of the air we breathe, the water we drink, the food we eat, the atmosphere that we live, the clothes that we wear, the roofs over our head, and everything else that is part of our daily existence in some way, in some form, comes from all the molecular, physical existence of everything here on earth. Pausing for a moment to give thanks and blessings. Holding your hands out in front of you as you imagine in your mind's eye the beauty and the grace of the planet we live. Sending thanks, appreciation, gratitude, and healing energy for any of the unknowing damage that we may have done while carving out our own existence here. For Mother Earth is a forgiving energy. Anything that we unwittingly do from lack of a higher consciousness, know we are forgiven. And the relationship we have with Earth continues to be one of mutual blessings and thriving energy. Opening your heart, sending love to Earth. And as we do this, we bless everything that exists. Relaxing your hands, allowing your energy to come back up through your feet, through your body, back into your heart space, and now see your energy expanding up through the roof of your skull, your crown chakra, going up through the roof of this building into our own atmosphere. Imagining, keep on looking up with your third eye and your physical eyes, imagining yourself looking up, and as you do, propelling your energy upwards, upwards, staying grounded into Mother Earth as you leave your energy there, as well as seeing it ascend upward and upward into our own star system, and now beyond our own star system, into neighboring star systems, into our own galaxy. Keep on going up, feeling yourself moving into the energy that we share with all other 400 billion planets in our own Milky Way, recognizing, reconciling the irony, or the lack of the irony, that we exist in one human body in a third-dimensional space, and yet simultaneously and in parallel exist in all aspects of the universe. Breathing into that truth, that universal truth. knowing we are so much more than we recognize as we walk the earth plane every day. I and you and we are beings of light, manifesting every day with every thought that we think. It becomes a feeling, it becomes an expression, it becomes an action. Knowing is our divine right and our divine responsibility to manifest that which we choose and not which we do not choose. Recognizing our ability, desire, and again, responsibility to become aware of our own inner dialogue as it creates the world and the environment that we exist in. As we create a higher vibrational being around us so that we begin to witness this and change the world and the existence that we are here to be a part of. Bringing that energy back down into your heart space. And now that we've gone vertical in both directions, sending our heart space energy out horizontally in all directions, around the earth, to each other. And as we bless all living beings of creation, not just here in this earth plane, but in all vibrations, all frequencies, all paradigms, all places of light, with our kirtan style blessing of Loka Samasta Sukhino Bhavantu. Repeating, Loka Samasta Sukhino Bhavantu. Loka Samasta Sukhino Bhavantu. Loka Samasta Sukhino Bhavantu. May all beings of creation live in peace, love, and joy. And so it is. And as we say these words together in unison, do we exponentiate the intention as we imagine a world free and clear of toxins, fear, pollutants, corruption. We can judge these things that they exist, or we can simply imagine a world without them. As we imagine a world without them and set the intention that it's so, is the result that we see of creation. Imagination plus intention equals creation. We begin this journey in our own heart space energy by the words of Lao Tse, the Chinese philosopher, who reminds us, if we are to have peace in the world, there must be peace in the nations. If there is to be peace in the nations, there must be peace in the cities. If there is to be peace in the cities, there must be peace in the neighbors. If there is to be peace in the neighbors, there must be peace in the home. If there is to be peace in the home, there must be peace in the heart. And so to manifest world peace, we start with our own heart space energy. Placing your hands on your heart, left over right, right over left, whichever is the most natural for you. As we teach ourselves and remind ourselves to give love to ourselves, only then can we truly give love to others. It starts right here in our own heart space energy. We give and receive with our left and our right, giving love to yourself, and then being open to receive it, knowing at every moment of every day that we are all divine beings of light, worthy on every level, in every plane of existence, in every spark of time, no matter what our deeds, future, past, or present, we are divine beings of light, worthy of our own self-love. Only then do we aspire to begin our ascension to a higher vibration right here on the earth plane. But we need not leave the earth plane in order to be an ascended being. This is the universal truth. Feeling the love going into your heart, recognizing what it feels like to be completely and totally in love. We think of being in love as giving love to another person, but being in love means we exist in a place of constant love. It is not an act of selfishness or self-indulgence to self-love. On the contrary, it is the greatest and most important act of divinity that we can co-create in our existence here on this earth plane. Holding on to this space, feeling it in your heart. If you are unaware how to take this step, calling in now your guides, your guardian angels, any ascended masters who walk with you, archangels who exist with you, any teachers of earth energy, elemental energy, starseed energy, any energies you wish to call in who walk this journey with you and aid you, calling in new guides and new guardian angels. They do not replace the old, they simply help them. Asking, show me what this feels like. Teach me the higher ways of knowing the beauty and the gift of pure and total self-love. In a place of self-love, we do not judge, condemn, criticize, compare, or act in fear. It is only in this place of self-love do we become divine beings of light, treating others as we would treat ourselves. Be with this feeling as long as you like, and whenever you're ready, coming back to the room, slowly and gracefully, taking as long as you like. to have lost my mind. Oh, yeah, there's... Okay. Good morning. We're beginning to decorate the temple, feeling a little bit less like a warehouse in here. I'd like to start out by doing a prayer of appreciation and gratitude. Some of you may know Reverend Ayana Mojica. She's going to be doing a class here next Sunday for the 12 Days of Light. And her life partner, Dr. Mahis Sadhu, they were at the temple, I think last summer, and they did a Wisdom of the Dragon. And Mahis Sadhu means in Sanskrit, he who stands beside her. And they have this beautiful energy of male and female, understanding that the divine energy of the female is to heal, and the divine energy of the male is to stand behind her, beside her, and in front of her, protecting her as she does this work. Dr. Mahis Sadhu is transitioning over. He has a non-alcoholic psoriasis of the liver condition, and he is slipping in and out of a coma. And we believe that he'll be transitioning over probably before the 12th of December. As Reverend Ayana Mojica sat in my office yesterday, she gifted to the temple this beautiful Pleiadian goddess carved out of redwood, the Kuan Yin, and the Buddha over there in the corner. Feel free to go over and put your hand on his head, and the lovely artwork that's on the wall. As they've had to break down their temple of their home in Fullerton, and she'll be looking for a new place to live as he transitions over. As she sat in my office, when bodies slip in and out of coma, their energy can come and visit us. And as she was sitting in my office telling me about him transitioning over, he stood behind her, and I could see his energy in this beautiful white tunic with a white sash, and he had his hand on her shoulder, telling her he'd be working with her from the other side and that she would never be alone, that he would still be walking this journey with her, but from a higher plane. And it still hurts when we have the physical loss of somebody in our presence. It helps to know that we never really truly lose anyone. They're in a different place, but we never truly lose their energy. Their energy always exists around us. And the words comforted her, and she felt true, and she told me that that is exactly what he wore when he was doing his healing ceremonies and his drumming, that white tunic and the sash that I described, as though she knew that it was him. And that's the beauty of the work that we do. We give verifications, not to prove that we're a good psychic or a good healer, but because the verifications help allow the person to know that it's true, so that they can take that peace and take it into their heart as truth. So I looked at the interfaith calendar to find a topic to talk about today. There wasn't one that deemed to seem like that would be so important, other than the fact that we're moving in to this end of the year. Has everyone noticed significant changes in their life? We talked about that a little while ago, where I called it places. Everyone's taking their places, positioning themselves. A lot of people looked at the year 2000 and Judgment Day. And what was given to me this morning in a meditation was, it is exactly the opposite. The time that we're moving into is the day where we start moving into a space of lack of judgment. This is what everyone's been hearing me talk about over the year. I probably mention it in at least every other gathering, about when we get into self-love, we stop self-judgment. Only when we get out of self-judgment do we stop judging others. Can you see the irony? It is impossible not to judge somebody else if our own inner dialogue has self-judgment in it, as within, so without. There's been a lot of things happening here at the temple, and I know that this is my game board, my playing ground, and that as I see things playing out here, I know that it's ways for me to start looking and observing of what's going on in my own heart. And so as I watch things around me, as I watch people shift, the people that come into the temple and those that no longer are here, I know it's a reflection of what's going on in here. And sometimes I watch it go, oh, that didn't look good. Other times I go, oh, I see what that is. And other times it's, yes, that looks great. But even when I go, oh, that didn't feel so good, I recognize that I'm simply looking at a reflection. And now that I know how easy it is to make that transition from self-acknowledgement, I can look at those things around me and use it as a tool rather than something that's awful. I had a lovely reading from Cassandra Van Sant, as I mentioned, the last two sessions, and what a beautiful healer she is for me. And when she gave me a message from the Starseed family that I work with, one of the messages was that I needed to start using more discernment as to the people that were around